hour later, I got an offer sent to me $240,000 more than what we were just about to accept. That's the Toronto real estate market.
Thank
I
you.
had a house for sale. It was at Bayview and Finch, which is like a pretty decent pocket of Toronto. Nothing too upscale, but definitely a high demand. And we had 3 offers the one night. And there was the highest offer was $85,000 more than what we were just about to accept. Or, sorry, than the last sale. The last sale on the street was 85,000 less. So we were happy.
Yeah.
My executor was in Europe because it was a estate sale. So I'm calling her and saying, hey, we got this great offer. Do you want to accept? She says, fantastic. I'll take it. Let's do it. I said, well, we've got some time here and that you're revocable. So let's just wait and see if anything else comes in. Later on, like an hour or so, a guy calls me and says, hey, is it still available? And I say, well, last night we had all these great offers. We're just about to accept one, but we haven't yet. So if you bring me your best offer, your client has a chance to be able to get the property. An hour later, I got an offer sent to me $240,000 more than what we were just about to accept. That's the Toronto real estate market. So we took
we're
that
not
over.
like that.
Yeah. So I don't care what color, skin, or religion or language is spoken in Saskatchewan. When that seller gets $240K more thrown at them, they're going to say to their neighbors, so sorry, guys, we're moving to Hawaii, you know, or maybe like Calgary, like somewhere, somewhere like exclusive.
Yeah. For us, like our multiple offers, generally you're seeing 2 offers. It's probably going to go about asking price. 3 offers is when it starts going over asking price. And just from the last 2 years, kind of what I've been seeing is every offer 3 or more is probably worth $5,000 to $8,000 over the asking price for each one. So if you get 4 offers to see it sell $10,000, $15,000 over asking, that's probably about where it'll be, you know. But we don't see a ton of multiple offers with more than 3 or 4. Like 6 offers would be crazy for us for the most part.
And $6,000 TK. Like we're not talking about people
per
that
offer.
just go
per offer. Yeah.
Fine.
But 6
still,
means the first 3 are at asking, and then
grand,
there's another 3. So
grand.
yeah, you're 25,000 over asking.
Right. So,
Jeez.
but here,
which is
it's
what
like,
the market was like in the 90s. Like I remember the stories. Like there's a ton of people who tell me the same thing where they had to pay over asking. It was like $5,000 over asking.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but here, people are just throwing like $250,000 nukes at the offer, right? I don't care anymore. Just get the fucking house.
Mortgage. Yeah.
Whatever.
I had one, the biggest one where I've been involved in terms of over asking price. We were $75,000 over asking, but when the buyers, when we first, well, actually they sent me the listing, said, what do you think of this? And I said, it's a great house and it's a great neighborhood, but it's priced with a 5 in front of it. This is a 600 plus neighborhood. So if you're not willing to accept that this house is probably going to cost you 600 something, whatever that number is, we'll have to sort that out. Let's not go look at it, because they were 550 was the asking price.
They pulled the Toronto.
They loved it when they got there. They were like, oh.
Well, I think the issue with this one was, honestly, I think the agent just mispriced it. I don't think they were trying to underprice it in order to attract attention. I think they just mispriced it.
They didn't have like a cousin in Toronto that's a realtor. Hey, just put it at like $399.
It works every time.
Yeah, that's right. No, I think it was just a mistake.
List the last.
So there were 9 offers on that one, which again for us is crazy to think of that many. 2 of them were right around that 550.
How do you know?
Sorry,
how do you know?
Because I asked the agent.
And so they're just like, well, Jim's offering this price, and this.
No, after it was a done deal.
After it was a done deal.
I said, just because it's out of curiosity.
Yeah.
I was asked every time I've been in a multiple offer. I always ask the agents, give me as much information you can. And if they can, they can. And if they can't, they can't. Right. But
do you know what the standard answer is when you ask agents here? When you win, right?
Yeah.
They say, well, the other offer was higher than yours.
Oh, yeah.
But we liked
you better.
Yeah. But in this case, yeah. So there were 2 offers around that 550 mark. And then there were 7 offers. So one of them being ours, were all, we were 620 was the final purchase price. And all of them were within about $5,000.
All right.
So 7 people independently all came up with a very, very similar price. And when I talked to the guys again, I said, look, again, this is the only reason this house didn't have a $700,000 price point is because the crescent that it's on, one side backs onto a golf course and green space and stuff like that. The other side's obviously the inside of the crescent. So the outside of the crescent backing onto that green space, you're 750 all day long, pretty much. It's just the fact this is on the other side of the crescent. That's why I didn't have the 7 in front of it, I had a 6.
Nice. And sorry, your client got it?
They did, yeah.
Yeah, nice. So this is how, I guess, all the different scenarios can work, right? I mean, we're very experienced with multiple offers. That's the market. So when we do our little
It's
masterminds,
weird
we
when
talk to
there
people
aren't
all over
any.
North America.
Yeah.
Toronto, we're just like, we have a certain market here where this is just becomes normal. And so in
Yeah.
other markets, when they deal with multiple offers, it's to be expected. They're not as experienced with those type of situations because it just doesn't happen often. And you've been dealing with this for years and years and years, you become well versed in it. Whereas if I went into an auction situation, I'd be clueless. I wouldn't know what, how does the auction work? Like, do you go up 1,500 in New Zealand or whatever, right?
I was licensed in 2012, and I probably up until 2 years ago could have counted the number of multiple offers I've been in on one hand.
Yeah.
Probably could have. Maybe might have had to get onto that second hand, but that's just wasn't very common in our market to see multiple offers up until 2 years ago. And obviously we've been silly since then.
Yeah. We couldn't count the amount on like, we couldn't even tell you the number in 1 year.
Yeah.
You could make 10 offers with one client.
Yeah.
And you get, you finally get the 10th one, right? So you just lose track of time. Just every day. It's like, what multiple offer am I going into today? Which multiple offer am I going to lose tonight?
Yeah, it's not like, it's weird if there isn't multiple offers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We had a period here where it's like, there's no multiple offers. What do we do now? How do we price this thing? What the fuck? We gotta figure it out. Like,
jeez, how many bedrooms does this place even have?
Research? What the hell? How do I do that? Then you gotta call the admin and say, hey, how do I use this like Treb thing you guys gave me 20 years ago?
How do I do a price reduction?
Conditions.
Just to do some research.
We've had our moments for price reductions, that's for sure. Because sellers in Toronto always have high expectations. So you're always talking to them about the price.
Like, comment, and subscribe if you got anything from one of these clips. And if you want to see some more, press something on the screen here. Boom.
That was good.
That was good. I like that. That was good.